Hey, guess what you do in Sniper Ghost Warrior 3? I'll give you a clue, it isn't warring against ghosts. The ghosts of your past maybe, but not actual ghosts. That's right, the answer is you snipe things, and given that this is gameplay of Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, we should probably get some sniping out of the way first. Pow! Sniped. Sniping, sniping, sniped! Will he get sniped? Will he get sniped? He did get sniped! Okay, with that out of the way, we can focus on all the other stuff you can do in the game, which is actually a lot closer to an unofficial Far Cry sequel than it is to Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Here are 5 things you can do in Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 that aren't sniping. Yes, rather than just giving you corridors dressed up with jungle foliage, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 gives you a massive open world to explore. Specifically, it's a chunk of Georgia, not the one with Atlanta in it, the one that's sort of wedged between Russia and Turkey. That means forests, mountains, and the occasional deserted church in which to perch yourself. This place is huge and filled with missions that can be completed in whichever order you choose, making this latest instalment in the Sniper Ghost Warrior series feel a lot less like a one-trick pony, even if that trick is reasonably entertaining in itself.
Suppressing fire on enemy position.
If you're still annoyed at the way the Far Cry series took a sharp left turn into prehistoric era animal training, you might find this open world tides you over until Ubisoft rustles up another exotic setting and mo-capped baddie for Far Cry 5. In Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, it's not all about guns the length of a small car that can part your hair from 3 miles away. The game also features a selection of more conventional assault rifles that can be whipped out in a pinch. Get rumbled while sniping and you can switch to an AR and pick off the remaining baddies, Call of Duty style. The other guns handle pretty well considering they're not the headline feature. Alternatively, if you absolutely insist on remaining stealthy in this stealth game, there's a nifty silenced pistol for when you're infiltrating buildings.
I see them. He's still out there. Attack!
While some missions can be completed without ever venturing into the enemy encampment, others, like this train yard, require you to steal sensitive documents and sabotage infrastructure. So unless you meticulously snipe everyone first, you'll be thankful for the sidearm.
I've got the manifest.
Copy that. Now dump the fuel from those tanker cars.
All this also means that in theory, you can run around playing Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 like a regular first-person shooter if you fancy, and never even touch a sniper rifle. Just don't expect to survive very long. Probably my fault, that one. In Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, you'll be able to drive vehicles for the first time in the Sniper Ghost Warrior series. The open world is big enough that you'll need to hop in a car to travel to your next mission spot. You'll have to find somewhere inconspicuous to park the car though. Most enemies won't take kindly to you performing a measured 3-point turn outside the gates of their military installation or fortified train yard. Don't expect Forza Motorsport style vehicle physics, but as a means of getting around a newly expanded environment, it's a hell of a lot better than walking, or that weird tummy crawling that snipers do. You can even whack on the radio on your way to the mission for some songs that were recorded specifically for the game with a Georgian vocalist. That's commitment. We would have probably just raided the world music section of iTunes.
Lost eyes on the target. He's somewhere.
Cars aren't only useful as a means of transport, they're also a useful hiding spot if you've accidentally alerted every single militiaman in South Ossetia to your location. Just remember when you climb into the boot to leave a little gap, otherwise they'll probably find your body locked in there 2 weeks later, which is no way for a cool sniper to go out. It should definitely involve explosions or a battle of wits with a similarly talented enemy sniper.
How'd you like that?
You win this time, similarly talented enemy sniper. If you'd rather swap intense claustrophobia for the faint whiff of garbage following you around for 3 days, there are also these more spacious dumpsters that you can hide in. Don't say I didn't give you options. One of the elements of sniping that is a total faff is manually spotting enemies from a single vantage point using a scope or binoculars. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 has a solution to that problem, which is the same solution as every other game in the last 12 months, a drone.
This looks like the church Frank was talking about.
Flying this thing around will allow you to identify all the enemies in a particular area from above, and as long as you don't fly it directly past their ear, they'll be none the wiser.
Over. I see the target.
Roger, take him down.
If you're playing the game properly, it's probably going to make the difference between successfully picking off your targets from a distance and screwing it up and getting a mortar shell dropped on your head. Plus, as a bonus, you can even fly it through the branches of a tree without it getting all tangled up and breaking. Can't say as much for the 30 quid one we got last Christmas.
Damn.
A huge explorable world isn't much fun if you have to spend your whole time pooping in bushes and brushing your teeth in a river. That's why your protagonist, Mr. Ghost Warrior, or Jonathan North as he's actually called, has set up shop in this delightful cave complex. It has all the mod cons, including a workbench where he can modify his weaponry, a laptop with satellite internet for receiving briefings and watching YouTube videos of cats, and a luxurious bedroll so he can snooze until a mission appropriate time. That would normally be the dead of night when he can slip into the AO undetected, but we figure we're more likely to accidentally stumble off a cliff or something if we're fumbling around in the dark. 8 AM it is then. Best of all, when you're done tooling up and giving your briefing a cursory glance, you get to exit via this cool zipline. How do I get one of those outside my front door? So that was a quick look at Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 out on 27th of January 2017. Does the newly expanded ambition of the series make you want to give it a whirl? Let us know in the comments, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time on Outside Xbox.